On the dawn of 21st century, in the year 2000, I was actively reading books about sales and business building, because that was the time when we started business in a completely new country. And this is where I've learned that in business to business, the area where we were going to as a graphic design company, that you need 3 to 5 touches before the initial appointment will be granted. And that turned to be very true. But lately, in 2018, I've read a different stat, 17 to 24 times. OMG. Who has stamina to make 17 phone calls, yet alone 24? Who has time to do that when the sale is not guaranteed? Sadly, but this is the reality, we all can see how business to business sales cycle is getting longer. How much longer does it take to pinpoint the person in some business for the initial meeting? And how long does it take to actually close the deal, even after they've said, wow, excited, we really like your idea or your product or your service? So because of that, we have to understand the times when we could pick up the phone and secure a meeting on the first phone conversation, which I did a lot in my time. These times have passed forever. More and more people when we call them. In fact, 3 times more people than 20 years ago would say, send me some information. Why? Because they kind of feel this is something good, but they don't have any headspace to process what you're saying. Those people who think that this 20 years didn't happen, are just delusional. Seriously, the reality is that people are headspace poor, time poor. They want something, but they need time and more information to process it. It is our job to create different types of connections, whether it is through the phone, through email, through social media, through some information provided somewhere, so that the company which is willing to do something can take their time and have access to information which will help them to make this very informed decision. On top of that, I'd like to share a few figures. Number one, in 2022, 5.4 people are involved in making any business decision. I'm not talking about massive business decision, in any business decision. 5.4. That's an awful lot of people, because you have to impress all of them. In 2022 also, it takes on average 5 months to secure a business-to-business deal, and this is international stats. Of course, every country could be different, and I suspect that New Zealand could be a little bit slower. So what does it take to actually close a business-to-business deal? In the situation where 63% of executives prefer to investigate the market first before they are ready to hear from a salesperson. Sales professional is you and me, and before they want to hear from us, they want to have access to information to learn more about us. So repetitive connections, you can see how closely it is related to relevant content, because there is no good connections these days without great content and without massive follow-up. Check it out.